Hello. Interval
Welcome to
05.
Space gun.
Extraction.
Ghost gun.
Ghost gun.
I want to bust ghosts.
That's
Is that a
the
business?
executive business. Pretty good
Griffin.
magazine.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Make a game called
It's like
World
middle
War
management
Ghost.
business magazines.
I want to make a game called Ghosts Office Tycoon, where you manage a company that exclusively produces ghosts and competes in the difficult and competitive ghost market.
I was thinking that like you would manage a company staffed by ghosts, but then I
Yeah.
realized that you wouldn't have to pay them. So whatever.
That's like easy mode.
You'd literally be running like purgatory, so they're all there, as punishment.
Yeah, you don't have to pay them, so it's just
Yeah,
like
you're just making a profit off of hell, basically.
Uh,
They should totally.
that guy
make like a
doesn't
type-
notice me knocking the vent out from over him. I kind of feel bad for him.
Oh,
Probably fell asleep while standing up.
It's been a long day,
he was
you know.
narcoleptic. They hired him anyway. They gave him a chance.
Like he's had a long day following around dude who eats people, and he's just really tired of all this, you know.
It's just this guy,
New breakable objects. We got vases.
Yeah, but they don't like bounce pleasingly, so it's like they're not as fun
Yeah.
of a physical object.
There is absolutely nothing realistic about this office because all those computers don't have like cleverly hidden porn.
Well, they all
Hey,
have
you're
the
not checking them
screensaver on
personally.
right now.
That's a fantastic
Is your,
screen
is
break.
your office computer's screensaver porn?
Maybe.
his name's Harlan Wade. Come on.
Yeah.
Harlan Wade Ellison.
Harlan.
Gotta push in my chair before I leave the office.
Yeah,
Next
this is
transmission, he's just gonna yell about Lord of the Rings.
I've heard he's the most profoundly miserable man.
Yeah,
Like
he
that
kind of
clock?
hates everyone.
That's what I hear. For Harlan Ellison, the guy who made the Star Trek episode where they go back in time. And,
Yeah.
like he has to kill that lady. It's like the
Yeah.
best episode. But like the guy who wrote it is apparently this colossal dick.
Oh yeah, Harlan Ellison is
Yeah.
like a huge douchebag. He really hates everyone.
I'm pretty sure he can still write good science fiction. I haven't really kept up on it, but I'm pretty sure he's just one of
Oh,
those
he
people that
wrote
are like.
plenty of non-Star Trek science fiction that's pretty rad. I haven't heard what he's still
Well,
writing,
Yeah, I
he
don't
did
know
Babylon
what he.
5 for a while, right? I remember
all
that.
you
No.
get, I know you said non-Star Trek science fiction, but all I heard was non-Star Trek fan fiction.
but so I'm sure he wrote some of that too.
Oh yeah.
He wrote like these 20-page treatise on Death Note. 19
He
pages
wrote.
of it where
He,
Ellen
he was
Light
one of
making
the
out.
he was one of the constituent writers of Fallout Equestria.
I can totally see that. Yeah. There's
The,
like
the worst
a
thing is that
vast-
thing exists.
There's a huge series now, like a multiple book series of Fallout Quest.
This guy was
Oh,
partying
not
pretty
mid-
hard at the office.
Not middle management, no!
He's not even dead. He's just stained his shirt.
No,
Well-
he's taking a catch-up nap.
Well,
Yeah.
I just kind of knocked him
I'm
across
just surprised. That guy was kind of chubby, and they did not eat a bite of him.
These
Well,
ketchup and red
he's-
wine parties just got out of hand.
Yeah,
It's like 90%
Uh-oh.
monster.
they're on to me. I want their hostages. Whoop. Well, I think the explosions are like one of the most satisfying things in this game. Unfortunately, half the time my grenades go off in the worst possible locations.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
the
night,
problem
sleep.
is these guys are too good at going away from grenades quickly.
Yeah. But I mean, in physics object heavy rooms, it's pretty great because you see shit flying everywhere.
I feel this game undermines its supposed horror aspirations simply by having you be this incredible badass
hey,
who
bro.
can kill
Can
anybody.
you do something about these bombs?
Nope.
Who's this tall drink of man?
I don't know. Give him a comlink. No, I don't want it.
Ivan,
He's full of bombs. He's probably full of cooties too.
I'm gonna say that he's like,
You know,
I don't
if this was Metal Gear Solid, if you shot him, he'd probably explode and you'd lose. But
Hello?
I'm pretty sure
You got
that's
special
happened
forces
to
or
me in
something?
several Metal Gears.
oh,
I have
Look at
assumed
this-
that would happen like in most video games. In this one, he's
his
just
name is
invincible.
Aldous
Aldous Bishop.
Oh, I was hoping his name was Ivan.
I was hoping his name was Jimmy Jazz.
What a ridiculously bad name.
I
We
want
were
everybody
hoping
to be
his
named
name
Jimmy
was Bones
Jazz.
Jones.
This is also true.
Joke.
Shut up.
Still
No,
can't.
now that I think about it, if they made like a Hell Tycoon where you had to make Hell profitable, that would be
That's
an
called
amazing
Advertising.
game.
LucasArts.
They already they made Prison Tycoon.
But
Yeah,
no,
Prison is
that's
like
basically
that.
Hell. It's true.
Seriously, Afterlife, you had to like manage both heaven and hell, make them like synergize. Otherwise, you went out of business, and then
How does the Afterlife go out of business? What's the consequence there?
It's stupid is what happened.
you end up losing all your souls.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Where did they
Yeah,
go?
all your souls just go like to the
back to
back
Earth,
purgatory.
and they make everything a living hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
you prevent the apocalypse.
Yeah,
You're
that's
that
basically it. If you lose, basically the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse show up or whatever.
If you
Yeah,
lose the
there's
game, it immediately starts Doom 2, and that's the so you just,
Yep.
Oh man, that would be way more fun than whatever the heck you
hello.
were actually playing.
So I decided to try using the proximity mines here.
It didn't work
Unfortunately,
very
I was being talked to at this point. I didn't notice that the dudes came out from right there.
well. Wow, way to go.
This time, though,
Got
I'm gonna
job
power game this shit. Don't worry.
shameful.
Slow-mo copyright signal. Really? Fucking really?
No, it's the C button.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Except it doesn't
I would imagine it doesn't
compensate
change
for when you
to-
change the buttons.
For a moment
Yeah.
there, I was suspicious.
Someone's messing with the security system. Hi. Ghost man.
What the heck?
Ghost!
Oh, sorry, bro.
The ghosts aren't real.
Oops.
Primal Phase.
Oh my god.
Those mines are just
Like
so
a
fun to
terrorist
use.
attack.
Except, Major Robot Samurai isn't really affected. It's not really
Yeah.
affected by melee either. You can kind of cheese him by, like, forcing him to use his melee a lot. Because he gets locked in that animation, it's really easy to dodge, but I'm always too lazy to actually do it.
First you Robamurai.
Does he just like take tons and tons of hits, or is it like a weakness
Yeah.
you can kill him with?
No, you're just supposed to shoot him center mass because his shield pads are armor.
Imagine you're in the bedroom and you're like, you have to call me Robamurai. It's the only way
Won't
we're
answer
going.
anything else.
It's the only way we're going forward with this. And we'll respond only to Robamurai.
This is the only, like, interesting, side character in the game. It's,
Safe word is also
Where'd these
Robamurai.
guys come from? I thought for sure you were gonna have to. You just forgot to kill a guy.
nah.
That was
They, magically, warped in this extra Delta team squad because, they've survived for so long otherwise.
Is he
Check out
wearing
this game's
blackface?
geomod technology.
Wait, how come his bomb blew up a wall? Well, none of your bombs did shit.
Man, I should-
I mean, other
Because
than
he
blow up
has
guys.
special bombs.
Geomod.
Because he knows how to use proximity mines, whereas Smiler, not so much.
Oh, hey, this guy's still
bomb
here.
Yeah.
That's right.
He was
Don't worry,
scooting
you'll be
his
fine.
chair away.
Just get this shit off me.
I would have liked it if he had just accidentally scooted into the middle of a firefight and exploded.
That'd
Make me feel better.
Everybody had to stop and be like, "Hold up, bomb dude is here. Bomb dude, we're gonna wheel you away nice and gentle."
be
None of us
Fire
want
alarm.
to get a... Oh, what the heck.
It's just-
The strobing is really getting irritating. Just
They're
go
going to
turn off
annoy
the
you,
lights.
and I really need you to stop it.
Dun, 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 dun,
I refuse to defuse this bomb until this happens.
Hey, here's a hint. Maybe the fire alarm got set off from all the smoke from all those explosions.
No.
No.
The sprinkler system should just be constantly on in this game.
So I get my future fetch quest right here. The big boss dude's daughter is on the 6th floor and probably held hostage at the moment. So I
I
got
wish Big Boss was on the 6th floor.
nope.
Just his eye patch and everything, just hanging out. It's cool.
But he would have to be played by Sean Connery.
He would have to be played by 10
Yeah,
Sean
of course.
Connerys.
So, like, half of the phone calls are, like, about sinister, evil project, and the rest are like, oh, so, the downtown area, it's pretty fucked up. There's, like, a lot of stuff in the water, probably, like, making everyone's mind rot away. You know.
Yeah, see,
Looks
that
like you
monitor's
just
small.
arranged marriage between that frickin' desk and chair.
I wish they'd bug out more, but half the time when I kick the chair into the desk, it just kind of just scoots in.
Smiler is actually an expert matchmaker. He's been doing this for
Yeah.
years.
He's a tactical matchmaker.
Fear is actually Hitch 2.
Oh, there's the, my
That is a
good friend
twist.
Cheat. Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, little girl. I know who you are, too. I
Hey,
sent you the thread today. Two
Yep.
wizards smashed together.
Go
Hi.
give the little girl a hug.
Oh. She's
Your
hugging
your
her
hug
brain.
your hug atomized her.
Good.
Where is the hug button?
Why does everything I hug atomize?
Oh, I
Play to
forgot
point
that
is
phone
blah,
in there.
That had a hug button. Why doesn't this have a hug button?
Every game actually should have a hug button. It should have like a middle finger button, a hug button, and then ability to pee on things. So it had every FPS. Imagine it, every
Nope.
FPS.
Well,
Make it-
I'm glad this elevator fails to take me to the top floor.
Why do guns suddenly appear?
So yeah, I gotta
They
take
sealed-
some adventures in more unfinished building. You'd
Yeah,
think for an
they seem to
established company that's been around for like 40 years should have, you know, a worked out HQ by now, but
My favorite
Oh,
part
wow,
is
that's
they
a
seem
lot
to have
of
built
venue.
the middle, but not the top or the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, you know. They only bring clients up to the top, so.
oh yeah,
But the
here we
top's not
go.
finished either.
Here's finished office.
They didn't exactly knock this building out of the park, did they?
Well, you know.
It's a little too big to
You know,
knock out of the
listen,
park. It is the
literally,
size
like
of the
that's
park.
case.
This is like that building in my town where like the city like started making it, assuming they'd be able to get funding, and then oops, economic recession, and thus the building sits there half complete for like 5 years and counting.
You live in, what's that Middle Eastern city?
Sadly, no.
Dubai?
Dubai. You live in Dubai, perchance?
Sadly, no. I'd have way more interesting stories if I lived in Dubai.
And,
Oh yeah.
if rent was low enough, I would absolutely live in a place in Boston that was haunted. You know, I really, at this point, I would not mind.
Just hang out
If the
with
place
ghosts
was
all day.
haunted, like the rent would probably be cheaper, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would, if it
That's
was
the
under
thing.
$1,000 a month, I would totally
Honestly,
take a haunted place.
There's
After
so many
like
ghost hunters
4
these
months,
days,
you'd get
the
really
demand for
annoyed
haunted
by
places is
Satan
too high.
constantly trying to kill you. So
But the prices. The
Look
steel.
at these values, Smiling.
Alright,
oh
alright,
yeah.
alright.
So these remote mines, like I said, complete
You
shit.
just tagged into a freaking
Yeah, like I said, they just stick to shit, and half the time they don't go as far as the regular grenades.
Can you stick them to dudes?
Yeah, I don't know. I never bothered trying because they rarely give you any.
That would be like
As
number
if they're
one on my
like
list of
really
things to
good
do.
or something, but no, they're just really bad.
That'd be the Haloist thing.
And the dudes who just like panic. No, nothing that great in this game. Bicycle kicking was too good.
Bicycle
like-
kicking was probably like 2/3 of the animation budget.
That's money well spent in my book.
Oh,
Yes,
definitely.
I wonder if like 30 years from now, George R.R. Martin is going to hit rock bottom and just pen a Fallout Equestria book.
Fallout Equestria was written by insane fans.
Truly
remember just
insane
hearing-
men.
I
No,
remember just reading
so-
that existed and being like, why?
I found out about it.
Any worse than the Nazi story with the ponies.
Oh man, that was like the best thing.
The fact
I-
that
I-
it's actually being sold on Amazon.
I found out about it when somebody had done a full read through of the book and posted it on YouTube.
Oh
Somebody's
my
like-
gosh,
Somebody posted the 10-part link and they're like, yes, this is real.
I can't imagine wasting that much time. Which is to say, I waste that much time nearly every day, but not on something like that.
There are many ways to waste one's time, but
It must
That's
have
a
been
really
killing to
unique
keep
way.
his voice straight the whole way through.
I just love that there's probably the one guy who keeps the whole canon, together. The guy
You
who,
gotta keep this canon straight. No, you can't write this story.
there's probably raging debates that go on online about the effects that magic would have on radiation.
There's been enough fandoms that have already done that discussion. I'm pretty sure the Brony group will have to do that.
Yeah, that's probably the latest iteration.
Well, this is the thing though. Every time you get a new fandom, they have to reinvent the wheel.
True. It's kind of a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Oh.
I love your slide kick. Your slide kick is the best thing.
Yeah, they actually streamline it in F.E.A.R 2, where if you're running, like they had a kind of shitty run, but at the same time, if you're running in melee, you automatically do the slide instead of doing some like arcane crouch plus melee combo, which doesn't work a lot. Whenever you see me like get next to a dude, crouch and like rifle butt them in the balls, that's actually supposed to be a slide.
To be fair, rifle butting someone in the balls is kind of its own reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about like
that doesn't launch them across the room either. So
That's true. That's true. It should.
Still-
trade-offs.
Oh, hey, you found a reflex boot.
Yeah. It's
Just
funny.
crack. Just injected crack into your body.
Well,
you don't
Gotta
inject
go
You're the
back.
most
you smoke it.
irresponsible member of the
I guess
force,
it's
dear dude.
Methamphetamines, I guess.
this is
Yeah, that's-
actually just a secret prototype crack. They just inject it.
Yeah, what madman would work in this condition right here? Look at these ramps made of thin 2x4 planks.
Yeah, well, it's
This
not
is
done yet.
basically like the Evil Clone Army alternative to Umbrella Corp. Like, they've been in business for so long and they still haven't finished stairwells or anything.
These guys make Umbrella seem like a well-organized company.
Yeah.
That Umbrella's supposed to be like a biotech company. They probably don't know what the
They
fuck
were
they're doing
like
anymore.
they claimed to be like pharmaceutical.
They claim
Well,
to, but really they're all just about let's make some more zombies, and they never really do anything with the zombies. Like there doesn't seem to be any plan about the zombies.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. What's the upshot of that?
The MO of most villains in Resident Evil is, oh, we'll let the insert like mutation here take hold, and then we will just claim the world as our own with the like
There's
40 people left.
Yeah, the claim, and I know way too much about Resident Evil's story, was that they were going to like perfect ways to use viruses to turn people into super soldiers.
Yeah. So is that why?
It doesn't really
there
fucking matter when half the people are gone. So.
Yeah.
They sort of like get it every now and then. Like in RE5, the guy became a giant fish. He was pretty good at being a giant fish for like 5 minutes there.
Yeah,
Well, how-
there's also like the tyrant that you fight at the end of Resident Evil 1 is supposed to be like what every zombie is supposed to turn into when they perfect the virus.
That said, like making everybody like an infectious disease, something that makes everybody super powerful, seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Especially,
Everybody would be
especially
super
when they eat
powerful, and then they would just have to go back to their jobs,
yeah.
Well, now I'm like 12 feet tall and my heart's exposed, but I guess I gotta be an accountant still.
Like, well,
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
like that, though. It's not exactly a special skill.
That's what for
better
me,
go
I
back
would
to
just be like, I'd call it sick, and then next day I'd come into work and be like 10 feet tall and really strong. I'd be like, hey, can I get your keyboard? That'd be it.
Well, Umbrella hasn't thought anything through. If you've ever paid attention to their like building layout, they have like a crest-based key system, and who knows how long it takes you to get to the cafeteria.
Very innovative company in that way.
You
Yeah,
need the spork crest to go into the spork emblem.
That's how you access the sporks. You can't get them any other way. They give you them when you like grab your meal.
Just a guy dancing outside the bathroom trying to get the crest. He's like got a bag full of crests trying to figure out what the hell.
He has to do a sliding block puzzle in order to open the bathroom door.
This is hell. I am in hell.
I think the pinnacle of like Resident Evil being ridiculous might actually be the scene in 6 where like a dude falls and gets impaled on a spike and like his blood bleeds out into an Umbrella logo.
Okay, here we go. They just said that this place was founded in 1964, and they're a $8 billion company, and yet they can't afford to finish their goddamn office building.
Especially because this seems to be like their headquarters.
Yeah, it's their headquarters. And, well, see you guys later, I guess.
What's up, dude? Can I grab that? No.
And the guy that we're
like,
the guy that we were
1966
rescuing got killed in the process. And oh hey, rent-a-cops.
Basically, nothing of use came from this at all.
Well,
Crack
so
cocaine.
I like how these guys aren't the clone soldiers, but they still all look exactly the same.
God, I can't get over how bad the buildings are, like space station Silicon Valley buildings. Like there's
Oh, man. Someone else played that game.
Delighted by that game. Remember the last level, the satellite shrank the Earth, and you were the only person who had not been shrunk. So you just had you were like a giant sheep fighting like another giant sheep in a city. It's the most insane ending to the video game.
That was like, it's always surreal to look at Rockstar's catalog before GTA caught on.
I don't know it's them. It definitely is some kind of hype.
That was
company.
DMA
Yeah.
Design who went on to become Rockstar North.
It was I mean, as a kid, like it was a game where you could transform into any animal. It was really
Yeah, you
fun.
could just jump off an animal and like latch onto a different one.
And just like the rest of Rare's catalog, it caters very well to furries.
Oh,
That
yeah.
wasn't rare.
Oh, okay.
Rockstar.
It
I
was
always
Rockstar
mix up
North.
like the 8 games that were out really early for the N64.
But that game also has a bug where like it has a bonus level
Damn.
that doesn't unlock properly.
Yeah.
Also, that guy is like in 50 pieces now.
That was a bit
that's-
excessive, Smiler. I had a
Look,
family.
I
Let's
don't
go to
really
the closed
care.
casket.
I don't really care, dude.
As Smiler said, they all have the same face. They're all basically the same guy. I think we can safely assume that in this universe, they just sort of grow Rent-A-Cops in twos.
It's the Lifetime original movie My 50 Dads. They're all the exact same dad.
All wearing those ridiculous like sun
caps.
blockers, baseball caps, and the mustache.
Like, imagine just
my real 50th dad.
I love you, big son.
they all speak in
Like-
unison.
The final like twist is that you look in the mirror like on your 18th birthday and you're already wearing the sunglasses and have the mustache. And you're
That'd
like,
be
oh
amazing.
God,
Oh my god.
I'm one of them.
And I'm just imagining this awesome opening scene where they're all having breakfast and the 50 dads are around this table and they're all just passing like bacon and stuff like that across.
They're all like
Having, like,
dressed the same.
conversation.
They all eat their like Cheerios with the exact same movements.
This was this like really eerie crunching sound and then dead
Like-
silence and crunching sound.
all the spoons like clank against the bowl at the exact same moment.
They always blink in
Sorry,
unison,
I
so you just hear
haven't
the
been in your
sound
life
of all
all
the.
these years.
Dad, which one of you slept with Mom? We
all
all
did.
did.
It was a weird night, son.
one crazy night. Just say I'm not very good at that.
You're one of the two like dads too. You just don't know it yet. So really, there is no mom. They all just say, "Son, you're not old enough to know yet."
They just never speak with the mom.
They just like all say at once, "Don't ever ask me about her. You will know.
So-
you will learn soon
So
enough."
who is going to play the 50 dads? I'm gonna vote for Tim Allen.
No,
I
yeah.
think it would be Bruce Willis.
'Cause I'm pretty sure
Okay,
that
I'd be
Tim
okay
Allen
with
has, like
Bruce
a blood
Willis, too.
contract where he has to accept any job.
No, wait. Tim Allen's like the 50 dads, and Bruce Willis is the 51st dad that like grew up deformed and differently from the
Oh,
other dads.
The weird one. He's the comic
And
relief.
like he's the one that meets like our protagonist like in a bar one day, or not in a
Oh.
bar, like in a diner, and just says, "You're one of them, aren't you?"
So
Nice.
this
You're my
I don't
dad,
think
aren't you?
isn't really up to OSHA codes. Like I fell maybe like 3 floors from the roof, and suddenly I'm in like the sewers or some shit.
No,
It's like
I
six-
thought you were on like floor 8.
I was on floor 15. I was on the roof. Also, just for shits and giggles, I have no clue what the point. Oh, I guess it explodes when you shoot that lock, but
Like seeing
Whoosh.
some, oh, I get it, it's a gas leak.
Yep.
For a moment, I thought it was
So
Ghost Week.
not only does this have like a reservoir for like dirty sewage, this also has just like really poorly maintained gas pipes that are exploding the building. And this is
Free
like an
drugs!
established company. Like, what are they doing?
Oh, I don't know. It can't be that much worse than Enron at its worst.
Yeah, and I kind of feel I feel like this is one of those things where they like just build the building
that was
just
supposed
to
to be a
build
jump
it,
scare,
like
that's
for tax reasons. So they just
Yeah.
made the most farcical
It's
version of the
all
building
just
they
another
could.
shell game.
Enron had the exact same thing going with like clone soldiers attacking their HQ every other night
Would
and
not
like,
put it
was already
past them.
bad near the end,
helping
man.
people.
It's just to finance the military contract that they have with the F.E.A.R guys. They need to make their clone armies that can supply the F.E.A.R guys with the guns. Everybody's paying them.
I'm really disappointed that those things don't explode.
Yeah,
They're like-
seriously. I mean, everything about their design says just screams video game explosive, and yet nothing.
Yeah, but fire extinguishers can explode with enough force to make people burst into a fine mist. So, I don't know. Oh, see you later, Bridge.
Ooh,
Like,
so
where
this-
am I in this building? I was just on the
This
roof,
is
and now I'm...
nightmarishly dangerous.
It's a wonderful building.
And
This
when
is
they, like,
basically-
airdrop you in, it doesn't look like a huge, like, labyrinthine, office
Yeah.
building. It looks
It's-
like
it's
just
basically
another,
amateur labs at this point.
yeah,
It's not taking like artillery shells to the side of the building or anything like that. There's no reason this thing should be falling apart right now.
well, aside from the gas leaks that I've caused.
But all the ghosts
still.
are just really mad, so they're all just breaking shit.
They shouldn't have, like, switched from aeronautical research to paranautical research.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
What if we made tack things for the
Skeletons! Hello, skeleton. Oh, skeleton.
ghost haunting?
just...
This
This place has a really bad skeleton problem. Just all over. Oh, also AV05.
I'm sure that made somebody
What?
laugh, and it's the saddest thing that made it happen.
Yeah, right. That's how I kind of imagine
It's your
Monolith.
job to design
at
like
all,
textures for all the
points
points
in there.
elements
Oh.
of the game.
Hi, Jankowski.
Eventually-
They left her in darkness.
See you, Jankowski.
They left her to die.
Wow, Jankowski got really dark at some point. I thought he was pretty cool, he's the awesome bald marine dude. Now he's just sort of, man, now I'm gonna tell you spooky things about the scary lady.
Yeah. That's all he lives for at this point.
He's got the wild hair up his ass about that scary lady thing.
Like you were hanging out with scary lady earlier. She wasn't so bad. Just give her a hug and she astral projects away.
I'm pretty sure he atomized her. For no
Uh,
reason.
Game
Well, I
over,
can't be certain
basically.
if that was her or if that was just her astral projection. I'd like to believe.
Yeah,
that
this is
she's
kind of
actually-
like Final Fantasy VII, where like Sephiroth wasn't actually there the whole time. It's just pieces of
Yeah,
like,
he was just
his
he was
space
just
op.
hanging out like in a rock under the ground, making people do stuff they didn't want to do.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
My memory of Final Fantasy VII is hazy at best, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm astounded that and either of you understood the plot enough to know that happened. At that point, I was just like, well, I guess everybody's a ghost. It's like, that was like one of many generalizations
Well,
I had
I
to make to make it through that game. I was like, well, I
they
guess
they
all
never
things aren't
explained the whole thing where Sephiroth's the ghost, but I read it somewhere, and then I just like took it for granted, and then we got the live stream. I was just like, this game's just bullshit.
I didn't mind when I was a
This-
kid. If you play it later on, you actually try to figure out what the hell's going on. It's a little different.
Green light.
Oh man, there's a
Green-
green light now.
Yeah. Also, they still have a padlock on here, even though it's inaccessible.
Oh, what
They just like padlocks. Padlocks are pretty fun.
I hate padlocks.
I can't
You
believe
would,
that this portion of the game has gone on as long as it has. This is
Yeah.
awful.
This is
This is
pretty
Don't
true.
worry, it's over right now. Just need to clear out these guys.
Not another robot samurai.
There's always another robot samurai. But yeah, there's
Whatever,
like
it's
no
not like
secret to
nails.
these guys. I don't even know exactly what their deal is. They're
Like, 'cause
just
the
like
smoke is just
8
making
feet
the
tall,
entire
like
fight
robot
difficult.
samurais.
I I'm surprised you're not gangster leaning around that corner. I mean, that's what that corner is there for.
The gangster lean in this game, like many others, is very lacking. You can't really peek over corners.
You need a gangster lean in the game. It's not even a game if he doesn't have a gangster lean. Yeah, I said it. I'm looking at you, Tetris.
Whoa.
What about first-person
Shots
Tetris?
fired.